Okay, I'm back again. Today I thought I would kind of do a little change up on some of the subjects that I'm actually talking about. And today I thought I would talk a little bit about something that's very near and dear to me. I bought a brand new car. You see, I used to have a 2011 Honda CRZ. It was a great car. I love the car. Um, the only problem with it was it could only seat two people, which isn't a real problem when you don't have any actual friends. But I was kind of fine with that. And then you could kind of fit somebody in the back if you had to, and I had to do that once, and it didn't work out as well as I was kind of hoping it would. Because there's basically no seat back there, so you're kind of like sitting in some kind of groove, trying to like literally get through that drive to wherever we were going. So recently I thought, it might not be a bad idea to get a new car, and so had the money for a down payment, and I could afford to make payments and all that because I had paid off the CRZ literally last year. And so I decided I wanted to get the 2019 Honda Insight. And the reason I wanted to get it was the Honda CRZ is a hybrid, and I wanted to get a hybrid just like it. Well, not necessarily just like it, but I wanted to get a hybrid. And so what I ended up doing was I shopped around for a little while, and then finally I found the car that I wanted, and it was that one. I liked Honda, wanted to stick with a Honda. I used to have Saturns all the time, but they stopped making Saturns, so had to kind of find a new kind of car to like play around with. So I started shopping around. I went to one place, went to another place, kept going to dealers. They kept trying to cheat me one after another, really bad cheating. I teach communications, so I have a good idea of what you should and should not say to people. And what I found is everything you shouldn't say to people, that's pretty much everything that they were saying to me. So I, like I said, went from one dealer to another dealer. Went to one dealer where I told him this is exactly how much money I had this down payment, and I had the CRZ. And if they would have given me a decent amount of money, we would have had a great deal. The problem was he quoted me a certain amount of money, which was kind of a nefarious kind of a quote, because I didn't really get anything on paper, and I kind of get, switch up at the last minute kinds of conversations. And so when he finally sent me how much I was going to end up having to pay after the huge deposit and the car that I had before, which is worth anywhere from $4,000 to about $6,000. And keep in mind the Honda 2019 Honda Insight, it runs for $24,500. So after all of the deposit and everything and all the money taken out and all that, he told me that I would then need to be financing $23,000. Yeah, do the math on that one. Let's just say that's not where I ended up buying my car. So I went to a local dealership who I'd kind of dealt with back and forth, and they kept giving me different numbers and different stories, and I was getting really, really annoyed with them. And so finally I decided, I'm going to contact them directly and tell them this is what I want. This is exactly what I want. This is how much I'm paying, and this is what you're going to do to help me get this car. And they were kind of fine with it because it was pretty much upfront. I had done all the research online just to make sure that I was actually, knowing what I was talking about before I started doing the last part of the job. And then I went through, after they had approved everything, that part of it, they then tried to sell me the car that they had on the lot. And I said no. I said I want a red one, not the blue one that they actually had there. I had a blue Honda CRZ, and I didn't want the same color again. It was literally exactly the same color. And so what I then did is I just kind of went, nope, you're going to get me the red one. And he said, oh, we can't possibly get you the red one because, it's there's only this one here, and you'll have to take the one that's actually in the shop, and all sorts of stuff like that. And so I said, if you want me to buy the car, you will get me the red one. And he said, well, you know, we can't. And I said, okay, let me explain something to you. I want the red one. Now, I know that you are quite capable of getting in one of your cars, driving to a place that actually has one, picking one up, and then bringing it back to your dealership. And after a while, he was kind of like, no, we can't really do that. I says, okay, here's my number. Give me a call. Well, actually, he had my number. I said, give me a call if you decide you want to do that. If not, it was nice talking to you. And I went home. Got a call that same day saying, we can do that. Wasn't that amazing? Anyway, so got the Honda Insight. Really nice car. It's got 4 doors to it, so I'm not stuck with the 2-door thing anymore. It's got lots of seating space in it. It's really, really comfortable. And a 2019 has so many more amenities than a 2011 did. Like, one thing I'm still really getting used to is every time I back up, a camera goes onto my dashboard and tells me what's behind me and how far I've got. I really like that. I mean, yeah, I'm a kid at heart when it comes to geek tech and all that kind of stuff, but it was kind of nice, and I'm kind of happy with that. And so that ended up becoming a really good thing for me. And so then I started like looking at other things that the car had available to it, and it's got all these kind of weird gadgets and everything to it. One thing I discovered, which was kind of off-putting, was when I got into the car at night for the first time, I realized I had no idea how to turn on the lights. Yeah, seriously, I did not. And to this day, I still don't really know how to completely turn them on. I mean, I was able to turn the dial thing onto it, but I still can't figure out what the different settings for on it are on it. I should probably break out the manual, but that's work. I'm a guy, I like to find things by just like going there, which is a horrible way to do anything, but I'm a guy. We're supposed to do those kinds of things. That sort of thing. There's all sorts of other things in the car that I'm finding fascinating and kind of difficult at the same time. But that's what makes getting a brand new car fun. At least that's what I think so. At least that's what I think about it. So anyway, that was kind of nice. So some kind of other background things to other things going on. I got a brand new webcam. So this is literally the first time I'm actually using it for one of the YouTube videos that I'm going to be doing here. I made a couple of copies or a couple of run-throughs in the beginning just to see if it's working, and we'll see kind of how that works. One of the problems I have, the same problem I had with the last webcam, is this one's up here, which is above my screen, so I might have to play around with that. I do have a tripod, so it actually has a tripod mount to it, so I may just end up using it for that way, which means you'll get a completely different view, probably see my computer, you know, with the big screens and all that kind of stuff, rather than actually seeing everything you're seeing behind me, which is a mess. Seems like a mess. Not horrible, but it's how I live, you know, and I'll probably end up starting to clean up a little bit the more I end up using it. Like, one thing I'm noticing off the start is I've got this annoying light. Actually, it's that way. Annoying light in the very back that I probably should have turned off before I actually started this recording. Hopefully I will learn that for the next time. I do learn from these things. So the other thing was the reason I'm using another webcam is the last one burned out. I don't know if I kind of mentioned that already, but I started using it for this particular video just yesterday, because I made this same topic yesterday. And what ended up happening was I put it onto my screen, which is the one over here, started watching it, and suddenly realized there were 2 things wrong. One, the sound didn't make any sense with the actual video, and so that was annoying. And I look like, you know, one of those old Japanese films, you know, that are dubbed in English, where basically it starts off where the guy says, "I'm going to kill you." That sort of thing. So That looked kind of ridiculous for a while, unless I was pretending to speak Japanese, and that's not actually what I was trying to do. The other thing is it burned like I'd say right there. It burned a huge hole. I can't even place my finger here. A big hole right there, like in the screen. And I have one of these really, really nice, expensive monitors that's specially designed for gaming and video kind of stuff, or video creation. And so I saw that and I panicked because I thought to myself, oh my God, my $800 monitor is completely destroyed because there's this huge pixel that's just burned into the side of the screen. It's like, close to that big. And so I panicked. And then I started other videos, once you start thinking and going, oh, let's analyze what's actually going on here. And so I started actually running different videos. And then I started to notice that it was just here on that one video that I made. And that's when I started to realize that webcam was going bad. It was an old one. I had it for years and years. It's just been sitting on top of my computer, on my computer monitor. And I think I used it once or twice in the past. And it was a cheapo one. So I went out and bought a really nice Logitech one. One of my friends that I know online actually gave me a good recommendation for it. And I appreciate her opinion. I respect her opinion. And so I decided to go with it. And I'm really, really happy with it. So anyway, those are the things kind of going on right now. Hopefully the eye level of what I'm doing isn't too annoying. One of the other problems I'm kind of running into is sound, where my sound seems really, really low, but I don't know if that's just because of the system I'm using to play it back. I'm hoping that's not the case, and so when I finally put the whole thing through and actually upload it, hopefully it comes out kind of like what yesterday's or the day before yesterday came out. We'll see. So that's basically all I have for this time. Like I said before in my different YouTube announcement or YouTube videos that I'm going to be creating, the idea is I'm going to be covering different kinds of subjects all the time. Like, I was half tempted to do a political one, on the whole Kavanaugh nomination. I was thinking of doing one on Star Trek Online because I had recently been playing that and had loads of fun with that. Anyway, let me know what you think. Hopefully people start commenting on these so I can get an idea of what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to see more of, how much you really hate me. Please don't tell me that. I'm as you can see from my stuffed animals in the background, they're my only friends, and it really bothers me when people I don't even know don't want to be my friends. So please don't do that. Okay, so hopefully we had a good time, or hopefully you're starting to get to know me and don't hate me so much, and hopefully we'll have a good time. Thank you.